A dashcam is an extremely useful thing. It seems it's pointless to argue about this by now. A dashcam can save you a lot of money or even save you from much more serious consequences. A recording can be a crucial proof in court, it can be useful for insurance purposes, you can show it to an officer or publish it on YouTube and make some douchebag famous. But there is an issue. There are thousands of dashcams on the market, and it's very hard to find a good one which is not super expensive. Xiaoyi Car DVR looks like the choice for those who need a dashcam. It's simple, has great picture quality and costs much less than anything similar. My name is Dmitro Voloshin. Let's take a closer look. Dashcam has a usual action camera shape, albeit a bit larger than Xiaomi Yi or GoPro. This is necessary to host the large 2.7-inch screen with 427 by 240 pixel resolution and 16 by 9 aspect ratio. It's available in light gold and dark silver colors, both of which look quite good. Under the screen there are 4 buttons: emergency recording, capture video, playback, and settings or power. The screen is quite good for a dashcam and is easy to read. On the bottom there are 2 LEDs, the power and the recording indicators. On the front, the lens and the microphone. On the right, micro USB and a hole for a hardware reset. There is no HDMI port. The micro SD slot for a class 10 card of up to 64 GB. On top, the vent opening and the mounting bracket slot. On the bottom, the speaker opening. The top and bottom openings are covered with a nice looking plastic mesh. In the box there is also a 3.5 meter thin cable with angled micro USB plug on one end and an ordinary USB with Mi logo on the other. The charger is standalone and has 2 USB ports, which is smart. You can still charge your phone while the dashcam is recording. Also, here is the suction cup holder. It's compact but very sturdy. The dashcam doesn't vibrate, rattle or anything like that. You have to use some force to remove the dashcam from the holder. Dashcam turns on and starts recording instantaneously as soon as the power goes to it or when you turn it on with a button. Settings are not many, just the basics. Part of the settings like time, logo and other stuff are set from the smartphone via Wi-Fi. Here are the 9 option icons with dots on them. These indicate the amount of possible modes for each option. The menus are in Chinese and this might be fixed in the future, but the options are intuitive anyway. The Dashcam app is available in English already. Here they are: the resolution, Full HD 30 or 60 frames per second, and the 2K 2304 by 1296 at 30 FPS, like the Xiaomi Yi Action Cam actually. Sound recording, the lane and proximity assistance ADAS system sensitivity setting, the switch to turn this ADAS system off or on, the Wi-Fi switch, the screen backlight timer for 1, 5, 10 or unlimited, then the card formatting, default settings and the information about the firmware and the dashcam itself. The lens aperture is a wide 1.8, which is good for a dashcam. The field of view is 165 degrees or approximately 10 mm for a 35mm camera. The sensor size is 1/2.7 inches and it's very sensitive to light. The dashcam has a 15-minute battery life or 240 mAh battery, which is actually quite enough. You can record something autonomously or let's say show a recording to a police officer. There is a built-in speaker for video playback and notifications, a good microphone, the sensitivity of which cannot be adjusted but you can turn it off and on. The dashcam supports Wi-Fi 802.11n, which allows to download and view videos and pictures on your smartphone and set up all the settings of the dashcam. Also, there is a vibration sensor. When the car hits something or something hits the car, the dashcam will record a parallel 20-second clip which will have the impact moment on the 10th second and will not be overwritten by the new videos. It is quite comfy. Quality is subjective, so I've decided to compare this dashcam alongside 2 others, the original Xiaomi Action camera and a popular budget $40 Full HD dashcam. All 3 cameras were installed right next to each other, right behind the rear view mirror, which is an optimal place in my opinion. It allows to record from the highest possible point, and the camera LEDs and screen are hidden behind the mirror, and they don't flash in your eyes at night and don't ruin your car's interior or aesthetics. At daytime, all 3 cameras shoot decently. The bitrate of Xiaoyi DVR is the highest for a 30 frame per second video, and its video looks best. The sharpening on Xiaoyi is the strongest, and there are much more details on it. The exposure of the Xiaoyi DVR is the most proper for a dashcam, so number plates and faraway objects are much more visible. The cheaper dashcam shoots quite good, but noticeably worse than the other 2. At maximum, the bitrates are 19.4 for Xiaoyi, 22.5 for Xiaomi Yi, and only 12 for the ordinary camera. At night the difference is vast. Xiaomi shoots noticeably darker. This is to make the picture less noisy and more artistic. Xiaomi Car DVR has a much brighter and clearer picture, dynamic range is wider, white balance is much better, and exposure is brighter. The simple camera is just worlds worse. Here is an example of headlights on a number plate. And it's totally visible. Camera is guessing the exposure of the shot very precisely. Here is another example. I turn off the lights and the plates are still totally readable, even in almost pitch black. Wi-Fi turned out to be a useful thing. At first I didn't get it, but then I almost got into an accident and immediately wanted to share the recording. Wi-Fi came in handy. Sound recording is quite good. Even in a noisy car with windows wound down, you can still hear what the passengers are saying. The 60 FPS mode is real, no frame skipping or duplications occur. And let's not forget, this is a real camera, why not use it for something creative? I took a 15-minute video with this camera by placing it on the deck of a guitar for a short concert, and the video came out to be great and I used it in the final montage. Short note, if you want to use the Xiaomi Yi Action Cam as a dashcam, just buy the Xiaomi dashcam. It's more comfortable and the picture is much better at night. Use the action camera for action and a dashcam for your car. That is it, drive safe, buckle that seatbelt and have a good luck.